A song that connects the past and the present, I think you said. That's what I talked about. We're broke. Seriously. What, like, an unwanted kind of gift, especially when you don't have anyone around you, you just come back to life and everyone's dead. We're going to see the captain. It's going to be so sad. I like the captain. You're all alone. And your friends are long gone. Oh no. And you don't look like yourself anymore. He's big.
私骸骨でした。戦闘中に俺こいつの流れ弾で死ぬとこだったんだぜ。生きてるだろ。もう謝ってるし。
Yeah, it wasn't intentional.
みっともね。痛えのも生きてる証拠で。ラブーンもこの空を見てるかな。ねえ船長。おい、みんな来てみろ。ブラックが干渉に浸ってるぞ。プピー。ちょっとやめなさいよ。恥ずかしいわ。また船長の懸賞金が上がった。なあ、どうだ。宴にしましょう。よきよき悪名よ。双子岬まで轟け。おい、船長が。陽気船長の様子がおかしい。
What did kill that actually? A sickness? Shanta, hi guys, I'm Judy and today I'm going to be watching One Piece episodes 380. Let's get into this episode. Check out my Patreon to get way ahead on One Piece reactions, or you can also join my membership on YouTube to gain early access to edited reactions. Most importantly though, I hope you enjoyed this reaction. If you do, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe to let me know. Don't forget to support the original content. Let's get into it. And that actually happened. And it's really hard to contain a plague on a ship. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, that you probably... I mean, I know that they all die. But did they really just get infected by staying too long in his room? Like, it's really sad. The fact that it's like, you know, sickness, it's something that you... I know it's one thing to kind of die as a pirate fighting other pirates or something. Another thing as a sickness that you can't really do anything about. I mean, maybe they didn't die from the... I don't know. It's the same ship. Wait, they sent out the captain on the ship? Or maybe it's a new ship that they hung the same flags on? He's just imagining it.
現実なんだ。あっちが夢だったんだ。よかった。
What happened to the rest of the crew? They also died of plague?
ついたぞブルックに賞金首になった。
Now surrounded with people again. Finally. Are the bandages supposed to actually heal him? I mean, what do bandages to bone? I thought you just needed to drink milk.
そうなってんのか。これは昔ある商船から買ったトーンダイヤルというもので、空島のやつだ。ご存知ですか。
More than just heard about it.
に会えたらこれを聞かせたいと、死んだ仲間たちの生前の歌声。我々は明るく楽しく旅を終えたというラブーンへのメッセージ。
No, they did die
息のあるもの
fighting.
どのくらいいますか。
That's when they recorded the song?
心残りが。ラブーン。どうせ死ぬなら楽しい方が。
Let's enjoy the experience.
歌
Sure.
いませんか。ラブーンも船長も我々みんなが愛したこの歌を今日か明日かとあの岬で我々を待つ我らの仲間ラブーンに聞かせてやろう。ラブーンにルンバ海賊団一世一代の大合唱。
And there are people that are actually dead around them. Jesus. So it's exactly the same song, it just... He imagines that all of his crew are lying with him. Oh no, those aren't the victims. His extra big, you know, movements are just like... I don't feel they fit the song. Oh my god. What a tragic and morbid kind of happy song.
どうしました。これじゃカルテット。トリオ。ソロ。
It's really tragic, kind of in a...
なんです伴奏だけ残して。
I feel like a really sweet pirate crew.
ラブーン、俺たちは必ずここへ戻る。ラブーン、お前が50年もの間そこで待っててくれていたのなら、あと 1,2 年だけ辛抱してくれませんか。壁に向かって待つお前とは約束通り正面から再会したい。
You know, to go around and greet him the way that I promised they would. Okay, that was really sad. Kind of, I mean, it's not, I feel kind of bad almost comparing it, but it kind of brought to mind the, you know, those players, the musicians on the Titanic that played until the, you know, until the very end to, I guess, calm people down as much as possible. And to kind of, you know, kind of show them that there's still hope, even as things were really dire. So, like, it's not the same, again, that's, like, a real story. But it does show, you know, the power of music and the fact that, you know, it's this connecting agent, I guess, between people, and that it has and that even in death it can kind of you know, using it to face death is kind of almost the best way to go, I guess, if you can help it, if you can help yourself. And they, you know, and the crew here, like, you know, in that song, in those very last moments of them being a crew, of them being alive, they really, I guess, in that tone dial, they really captured, you know, their hope kind of to reach Laboon, even if they can't do it physically. So it's like I said, it's like Baroque is carrying all of them kind of with him when he is preparing to meet with Laboon again. But it's, I mean, it's also literally he's carrying the last song that they all sang together to play to Laboon, so he can, you know, I guess share their last moments with them and know that they were, I guess, happy as much as they could until the very end. Like, they chose to be happy because they knew it was inevitable that they would die, and they knew that that was always a possibility as pirates, and they pretty much were trying to show that they didn't regret, you know, their lives, basically, because they did end this way. And the song kind of, you know, the last verse of it really kind of talks about how life is nothing but a, you know, silly story or something we all turn to bone. Like, it kind of, yeah, it's a fitting song, I guess. Definitely. And I mean, it does make me wonder why there was this, like, when I talk about it this way, then it makes me, like, you know, compare it to the death of the captain. And it's really very sad because he died regretting the way that he died. And I guess he didn't really die as a pirate in some way because he couldn't even fight for his life or anything like that. He just died contracting this terrible sickness. And he did say that he regretted it, and he, you know, he died all alone and you know, and bedridden, and that's really sad for it to think that, you know, him, you know, the one who led them all into this, couldn't even join them until the very end. And it made me really, like, wonder why we had to have this separation between them. Like, between the captain dying this way and the rest of the crew dying the way that they did. At least they were together and stuff, but why did the captain have to die this way? It made me wonder if maybe he is alive. Maybe he did survive this somehow. We don't know. Like, we don't know. So maybe we will come to eventually find him, that he did survive. Somehow overcame the plague. I don't know. Or it was just to really show the juxtaposition of, like, you know, choosing a life as a pirate. But then again, you know, they did say, like, oh, you know, as a pirate, we're going to die. We knew we were going to die and we accepted. It's just really sad that we couldn't say goodbye to Laboon before we did and stuff. And they, you know, celebrated their lives as pirates together. But the thing is that, and I mean, yeah, I guess, you know, fighting other pirates again, like I said, it's a certain way to go that, you know, I guess you kind of expect in some way. Then again, also sickness, though. You go on adventures, you know, explore places you've never been to. It makes sense that dying from, I mean, even scurvy, you know, like we saw Yosaku was sick with scurvy at the, you know, long time ago. And if they hadn't known how to cure it, he would have died. And so, like, it is part of sea life, kind of going out on very long journeys. I feel like it is part to, I guess, be struck by a sickness and not be able to overcome it. But it's definitely not, you know, the swashbuckling kind of honorable, or not honorable, that's not really the word. Like, I don't know, like the way that you kind of dream of pirates to go out, I guess, like in the more flashy kind of way. And also, obviously, the captain, again, wasn't surrounded by people. He was all alone. He was weak. He was, you know, he wasn't really, like, he didn't die as a pirate, in a way, you could say. He didn't die, you know, kind of didn't reach, like, the end of the adventure fighting all the way kind of thing. So, yeah, it really made his story a lot more I mean, the whole story is very tragic, but, you know, to think about the captain, like, he had to go that way, it's really messed up. And I do wonder if that was the point, to show us like how important it is to be surrounded by your people, to die along with your people, to, you know, fight till the very end and stuff, to not feel helpless. And yeah, definitely to kind of drive in even more the point of Brook like being all alone, how hard it was on him, how special it is to him now that he's surrounded by people again, and he can sing with them, and he can share, you know, these moments that he went through with them, share his pain in some way. Poor Yorkie, I don't know why he deserved that kind of ending. I don't know why. I really got attached to him, because I feel like, but he was the only one we knew the name of, except for Brook. He was the only one, like, we saw consistently. He was the one who loved the song, and we saw his character, so it makes sense that I would get attached to him the most out of the crew of folk we saw, you know. So it was really sad to single him out that way. I guess it was like this added kind of burden, but not like just this added kind of responsibility for them to be like, oh, our captain couldn't make it. He was like, and Brook, for instance, he said like, I will remember what you said about him, you know, having regrets and being so sad. Like it was another thing to, you know, meeting up with Laboon. It was like one added, like another added layer to everything that they went through in order to get to Laboon, you know. It was like they wanted to convey, you know, the captain's kind of wishes with them as well. And even that they couldn't do. Only Brook, I guess. I mean, Brook was the only one who really knew how hard it hit the captain. He was trying to keep up appearances for the rest of the crew. But so I guess, you know, Brook will be able to, yeah, convey all of that. Like all of this, you know, this story of adventure and tragedy, all of it, is gonna have to carry all of that, bring it to Laboon. So he will know that there was sadness, but there was also happiness, I guess, and there was always a thought of him, of Laboon, in, you know, in every stage of the journey. So, damn. Yeah, it was kind of a story that, I mean, we didn't know the details, but we knew they all died, and now we did get the details, and it's really sad. And yeah, it really makes you feel this need to, like this understanding of what this all means to Brook, and just, you know, this need to have Brook on the crew so he can have this kind of happiness again, so he can find, you know, a crew to be surrounded by that that we hope is not going to die on him, because they're going to survive, because they're our crew. So at least there's that. And that also connects Laboon and him, because, you know, Laboon was made a new promise by this new crew, and now Brook is found a new crew in this crew. And so, yeah, it's going to come full circle when we do come full circle eventually and meet up with Laboon again, I guess. That was Brook's story. I hope you guys enjoy this reaction, and I will see you in the next one. Bye. Special thanks to my top Patreons: Running Tier, Andy Plays All Night, Terranor, Michael Gabriel, and Shadows Moon. And to the rest of my amazing Patreons, who without their support I would never be able to keep on doing this. Thank you so much.